Yes, welcome to the Digital Marketing Webinar 2.0. This is the second part. We had a session prior to this. There we talked about like why digital marketing is important or how digital marketing is to be done. I'll take you through a quick recap of what we talked about in the previous session. So we talked about how advertising has changed and how marketing has evolved over a period of years, right? Over a period of years, and how digital marketing has played a vital role in the marketer's job. Like it has turned the marketer's job in various ways. Now, like the marketer has to understand the user journey much before he gets converted to the actual customer. So the marketer's job over here becomes more critical. Now, when this scenario talks about digital marketing, all the users and all the consumers are present over here in different platforms. Let's take an example of yourself. You use WhatsApp for chatting, you use social media for your networking, you use LinkedIn for your work related queries and the developments that are happening. You consume video content on YouTube or Netflix or Amazon Prime. You also now, since online shopping is a big buzz, so you do some online shopping as well. And similarly, now you are actually using a digital connection to get some insights on digital marketing. So this is where the audience is present, and the marketer's job is to find out where the audience is and how he can connect that audience to his brand. After this, we talked about what is the user journey. Once we have identified the user, we talked about how the user journey is. The important concepts that we talked about in the last session was how, like, what is the consumer's online journey, where he is present, and what is the modern consumer's decision making process. We gave an example of a brand, so I'll give a different example this time. Let's assume that you're sipping a cup of hot coffee in the morning, and you're going through your normal routine, and you're just scrolling down a news website where you check your daily news and updates, and there you see an ad of a smartphone, and at that time you just see the ad and you ignore it. After a point, you're getting ready for work, and you just go to your workplace and start working, and during the course you actually come across the ad on a random website that you're checking. You look at that one more time, and you are curious about it now. Initially you ignored it once you saw, yeah, a good smartphone is launched. This time you actually take a look at it, and after some time you start comparing your old 2-year old smartphone to that current new smartphone that has been launched. You start comparing the features, you start comparing the pricing, you start reading reviews of the product. That is how you go deeper into the brand, and you want to actually now just like your curiosity, like it increases even more. And after checking the reviews, you figure out that these are the platforms that are offering the smartphone, and simultaneously you also ask reviews in your family, to your friends, and they give a feedback to you. After understanding the feedback, and even that plays a big role for it, it is also a trigger for you to whether go for the purchase or not. And finally you go for the purchase. So after you go for the purchase, you consider all these thoughts that you were going through. You actually analyze everything, the review, the pricing, the features, and then you make a purchase out of it. So what exactly happened over here? You went through a purchase funnel, a proper purchase funnel. It's a proper journey, user journey, that is associated, like that is like divided into 3 different phases. It is captured into these 3 phases. First is the awareness stage, where you identified the smartphone that has been launched. The second phase over here is the consideration phase, where you started thinking about, when you became more curious and you started thinking about the brand. And third is the point is a decision where you actually made the purchase after considering all the factors that I just spoke about. So this is a modern consumer's online journey that happens, and this is the purchase funnel, uh, like, which you should always consider as a paramount importance when you craft campaigns accordingly, campaigns around the brand. So can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah. So this is the purchase funnel that I gave an example about. The awareness where a user becomes aware of the brand, aware of the need. Consideration is where when the user considers various options to buy from. Like I said, you do reviews and you check out the specifications, features. And third is a decision where you actually buy the product. So this is the purchase funnel that every user goes through. The brands might be different. So yes, can we go to the next slide, please? Yes. So we also talked about my real life experiences associated with this particular topic. I talked about a brand called Tata Sky. There was a daily recharge concept over there. It was a video. It was a set of video ads that was made for that particular campaign, and how we started building conversation on through social media. And second is a brand called Motul India. It's a competitor for Castrol. uh, Even there, like how content became the king for Motul India, like how a small contest became viral, and within the span of 12 hours. So this is the metrics that we got out of it. And third is Snap Kirana. Like we got how we got Chitay Bandhu, like a brand who was into traditional marketing, how we got them into the digital platform for the first time in their history, and sold around 3,500 plus Diwali Faral packs in 2 weeks. That was one campaign out of it. So this is we talked about this as well. And so next slide, please. Yeah, we also talked about future applications and impact on businesses. That how digital transformation has played a vital role for brands. We talked about a brand like BlackBerry that lost its grip over the smartphone industry because it did not make any smartphones further. It did not adapt to the digital disruption that was created by two big brands, Google and Apple. They introduced a smartphone, but BlackBerry was quite reluctant in not getting transformed. So that is how that impacted their business. And the example that I gave prior to this about Chitay Bandhu, that how Chitay Bandhu, a small brand who was only focused on traditional marketing, a brand which is familiar in Maharashtra, but now once it came online, the brand is now actually going global because of its website. It also sells products on their website. So this was a start for them, and after then they realized the potential of it, and they started improving their digital marketing overall. So this is what we talked about, and we also gave some examples of brands that chose digital transformation. Like I said about BlackBerry, similar is the case of a brand called Miru Cabs. We all must have heard about it. It was a quite famous taxi service brand, but when Ola and Uber came into the market, they actually just swept out Miru Cabs just like that, because Miru did not convert their telephone or helpline number service to a proper geotagging application where you could book your cab from anywhere with the help of an application. So it did not do that. That was the main that was a hit that Miru Cabs got. And after this, we also talked about how a local business or your business can step into digital marketing, and what are the keys that you need to focus on. So the main component of digital marketing, or the main essence of digital marketing, is to be present over all the platforms, relevant platforms to your channels. Like I'm not saying, for example, if you own a small time education startup, for you an ideal platform for being present on social on being present on the digital marketing channel, or being present on the digital space, is Facebook and LinkedIn, like where you can actually explore your content, and where you can get connected to people who are relevant to your field, or you can run like display ads or other kind of ads. But for you need to be present on you need to be present on your respective platforms. So this is what we talked about by giving an example of small-time education startup. And yes, sir. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yes. So this is digital marketing overview. Is the second part where in the first part we talked about why digital marketing and how digital marketing. In this aspect, we are going to talk about what digital marketing and where it is to be done. So for that, you need to understand the digital marketing channels that are there. The digital marketing channels are divided into three parts. First are the organic channels, second is the paid channels, and third is the advanced methods. Organic channels consist of channels where you grow your content organically without boosting it or without doing any paid campaign over there. SEO is a big part of organic channel, search engine optimization, and social media postings. So the organic postings that you do on social media are very valuable as they will constantly keep your brand fresh in the consumer's minds. And paid, the second is the paid channels where you actually spend some money and do search engine marketing or display advertising or YouTube advertising, various kinds of ads you implement. And the advanced methods are something like retargeting or remarketing the leads that did not buy your product initially. You get back to them in some different form of communication, and you put your campaign over there. There is one more technique in advanced methods. It's called it's a kind of an audience. It's called in-market audience. For example, if I am a smartphone brand, let's say Samsung, and you're my target audience, and you intend to buy a smartphone, any smartphone. You are actually figuring out what smartphone I need to buy. So for me, you are an in-market audience. So you are my primary target over there. I'll tap you initially. So these are the advanced methods in digital marketing from which you can tap the consumers. Second most important part is mapping the digital marketing channels to the purchase funnel. Now we talked about the purchase funnel. There are three stages in it: awareness, consideration, and decision. So for awareness, you need to identify what mix of digital marketing channels is going to give maximum visibility to your brand. It might be social media ads, it might be social media postings, it might be the display ads on Google, where you talk about your brand, you for higher visibility. You introduce your brand to the audience, and if you think about the consideration stage, there you will slightly change your communication in the format of you will talk about the deliverables very strongly over there. You will start using some CTA buttons over there, some kind of a sale oriented button over there. And decision making, the third stage is the decision phase, where you will actually write, you will you will craft communication according to the sale purposes, exact sale purposes. You will start using call to action buttons like buy now, shop now, uh, and register now. So these are the various kind of CTAs that you are going to use, and you will use platforms like that will define your marketing objectives. And next is understanding the digital marketing metrics. See, now you have understood digital marketing channels. You have understood what are the types of digital marketing channels, how it is divided amongst other channels, and second is you map the digital marketing channels to the purchase funnel, and third is like how you are going to evaluate the performance. Once you identified and you have now mapped the digital marketing channels to your purchase funnel, like how will you figure out that what kind of campaign has performed in which style? You will have to evaluate the performance. So for that, there are certain parameters for every funnel that are there. Let's say for awareness, you you will figure out the most important metric would be the reach and the impressions. Impression is an ad which is seen in multiple times, so that is called an impression. So the main parameter for awareness metric would be a CPM, which is cost per mille, which is called cost per 1,000 impressions. How much money you have spent when 1,000 times your ad has been shown. So that will be one parameter that you will evaluate. And second, when you just move down to the conversion, the consideration stage, you will think about the engagement rate, like how the audience has reacted to your brand, how like the reactions might be like, share, comment, retweets, or reposting, retagging, all those things that will contribute to the engagement rate. And next should be the CTR, which is the click-through rate, which is ideally how many visitors have landed on your page and how many of them have clicked it, how many of them have actually clicked your ad or clicked the link. So that would be the CTR. And when you move down to the decision stage of the purchase funnel, you will think about a metric which is cost per acquisition or cost per lead, like how much money you have spent to acquire that particular audience, the particular customer. So this is how you will evaluate your performance for different channels. And I'll give you one more example on how to choose a better performing channel. Let's say you're a small time education startup, like I gave an example in the earlier stage, and all your reviews are written, let's say on Quora, and are present on all platforms, and even you have written a blog from your website. So if a consumer, if the number of consumers is more from Quora to to your website, then for you Quora is a better performing channel, and you will invest more over there since you're getting higher traffic from Quora. So this is how you need to identify how you're going to map the channels according to the various consumer funnel, and how are you going to evaluate the performance and what kind of channel. Basically, it's about using the mix and match of the digital marketing channels that are there. So now I would like to I'll show you a video ad of, it's an example of how a communication has actually had a good blend of awareness, consideration, and purchase. So yes, so can we please play the video?
Why do I ride? I mean, it's rough. It's not easy. It's not comfortable. My tire could deflate, and my hands tremble. I get lost more than once. And then there's a fear of the roads caving in on me. Sometimes I feel I'm battling the elements all by myself. So why do I ride? Because when I look up, the world just makes me stronger. My spirit will refuse to deflate. And when I get lost, that's really only when I find myself. And just when I think I'm alone, I meet my friends. And that's when I ask myself, why do I ride? And the answer really is, what else is there? Download the Castrol Power Biking app and live the biker life.
Yes. So this is an ad that actually goes through the entire consumer funnel, the purchase funnel that is there. Right from awareness to decision, it actually started talking about uh, bike riding, and it actually started talking about a biking emotion, or like to connect with the bikers. And it talked about what the application is in phases. It showed the use of applications through the communication. Like he's clicking photographs, he's chatting with his friends on that power biking app, and he's checking like his fuel, or like wherever there is any necessity that is required is there available on there. The geo tagging was there. So all these features are explained in these 2 minutes, and so it actually gives an awareness concept over here. And for consideration, I would say avid bikers who might have seen this ad for the first time, they might have been more interested, and they might have searched more about this particular app, and then majority of them must have been they would have downloaded that application which is there, and they must have used the application. So this is an ad that had the perfect blend of all the three funnels. It covered all the three funnels, and this is not a TV commercial. It was made specifically for digital marketing purposes, and this was highly used in YouTube. It's a Western concept. Why I ride? They made it an Indian adaptation of it, and it was pretty good. So this is how digital space plays a vital role. Now there is freedom as well. Like for TVC, you have very limited time span, and a lot of money is involved. But this, there is no constraint on money. There is no constraint on time. But yes, you have to stick to like the minimum time what is there. But you have to convey what you want to convey. So in real life scenarios, now all of us must be here about like working professionals or are entrepreneurs. How you can find this mix and match of these channels that are present in front of you is the key for success in digital marketing. So this is about how. Yes, so many of us must be here in digital marketing enthusiasts who are looking out for a career in digital marketing or working in digital marketing. So there are three domains where you can work. One is content marketing, second is social media marketing, third is search engine marketing. And I'll talk about the like what is the hiring procedure over here, what are the posts that are hired for. First is if you are a fresher or a pass out, you will be working on campaign execution, hands-on execution tools. You'll be an executive over there. And so next slide, please. Yes, so now like 1 year down the line, or maybe 2 years down the line, you will become a strategist, or you'll do campaign execution and management. You will start working around the team even more, and once you go more like towards 4 years and above, you will do task allocation or team management. You will handle a team of designers, web developers, a proper team of digital marketing. And 5 years down the line, 5 years to 6 years, you will be conceptualizing your own digital strategy. You will allocate budgets. You will do team management, and you will distribute the budgets according to the channels that you have chosen. So this is a basic overview of what digital marketing is, like why digital marketing is required, how digital marketing can be done, and where digital marketing can be done. So these three parameters, I have touched these three parameters in these two sessions that I've taken. So at MIT, like, can we go to the next slide, please? Yes, and about MIT School of District Education, it's been founded in 2008, and I'm sure many of you are aware of MIT as a brand. And the courses that are offered are in marketing management, project management, and retail management. So, and there is digital marketing involved in these courses. So, I think you should do it. It will be a good career booster to you, and you can. There are contact details as well that are there. You can go through this, and after this, we'll start taking the questions. Yes. The first is which are good methods in digital marketing for growing businesses. See now, every platform is good in digital marketing. You need to identify uh, what you're selling first, and accordingly you can plan the particular digital marketing channel, and you can map it according to the purchase funnel that is there. Let's say if your product is new, you should go through, like, you should try to maximize your visibility. You should do maximum social media ads for awareness, should do display ads, and you can also try using other forms of advertisements like YouTube advertisements for growing your visibility. And okay, and for consideration, if your brand is quite well established and you want to start sale oriented things, then you can craft your communication accordingly and try utilizing these platforms. Now since you're going to sell the brand over here with sale oriented copy, so I think display ads are going to work better for you over here. So you should try more and more of display advertisements. And as a fresher, how can we apply for digital marketing? As a fresher, you need to identify in which now you have understood what exactly digital marketing is and how it progresses. So you can decide on the basis of what domains digital marketing offer. Like there is content marketing, where you craft content for the brand and you evaluate the content as well, like how the content is going to perform. You check, like whenever you're applying the content marketing skills over there, you try and evaluate which would work better for your brand. And second is social media. You would execute campaigns on social media at the back end. You will figure out how to do a lead generation campaign, how to increase maximum, how to increase more page likes, or how to create more campaigns for, like, on social media for your brand. What are the tweaks you can do? And then third is the search engine marketing, basically the SEO or SEM team, where you will be involved in working closely with the website, how it is performing, what optimizations does it require for a website. Like there are three main optimizations that are required. First is the content optimization. Second is any technical optimization is required, or third is any PR is required for the website so that it ranks better. So that would be the job role for SEO. So you need to SEO and SEM. So you need to decide where you want to work first. But I would say any digital marketing profile for a fresher covers all of that. So I think you should take up a fresher profile that is there. I believe an executive profile could work for you, Rahul. Yes. Which one is better platform, Instagram or Twitter? See now, I'll give you an example of these two platforms. Instagram is a visually appealing platform. There, people usually post like photos, videos, exciting videos and photos. They work a lot on the visual content. But on Twitter, it is more of you have limited space to answer. But although you can use your videos and photos over there, I'll give an example of a company called Dell. Now, Dell is present over all social media platforms, but it uses Twitter for one specific reason. It is to answer customer queries and to resolve the customer queries. Twitter is only used for that purposes by Dell. So they have identified the goal for the platform. Like Twitter will only do this job, and the other communication, they have divided their communication strategies per channel. So in terms of better performing channel, that you will figure out once you are running a campaign on these platforms, and then you can take a call that which one is performing better, and you can put your money over there. What is digital lead work exactly? Please elaborate in details. Now, digital lead work, basically acquiring leads in digital marketing, that is the main goal of every brand present. So See, once you are doing campaigns, let's say if you are doing campaign for lead generation, or simultaneously you're running a campaign on display ads for generating leads from there as well. So after getting the lead, what you will check is you will check the lead quality, how it is actually connecting to your brand. Is it relevant? If it's not relevant, you will try and make optimizations in your campaign. You will try changing the copy. You will try changing the creative. You will try changing the, let's say, what placements you have for the ad. You will try using this mix for digital marketing and for lead gathering purposes. And there are multiple platforms on digital space as well that offers you leads. uh, the main crux of lead work is to identify which ones are the junk ones and which one are the quality ones. That will make a real difference. Can you tell me the options on how to start writing blogs? See, if you want to start writing blogs, you need to find out, let's say, uh, what domain you're comfortable to think about. Like, let's say, what is the domain where you're going to, you feel you're going to contribute in. I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to contribute in the marketing sector, digital marketing sector. So you want to write about digital marketing, let's say. So you will start finding out case studies, the recent case studies, and what the recent brands have been doing in the COVID times, and you will start writing about that. This is an example. So you need to identify the topic, and there are multiple topics available. You need to think about which topic is going to appeal to you, and that you should choose. In my opinion, is about that. Let's say now, just a moment. How can we use digital marketing in pharmaceutical industry? Okay, that's a good question. Digital marketing in pharmaceutical industry. Now you must have seen there are online medical stores like NetMeds and all of them are there. But I'll give you an overall pharmaceutical highlight over for digital, because pharmaceutical can also be about talking about surgical instruments, or it can also be about medicine. It is divided into medicine, surgical instruments, and other things. So I think websites like display advertising would work for you, because that is how you are going to reach the audience. And display ads with sale oriented copies might be the winner for you over here, or doing YouTube ads where you will have to elaborate over your medication or whatever product you are putting out for sale. You'll have to talk about it in less than, let's say, 40 seconds and make an ad over there and try boosting that ad. So I think display ads is a primary go-to for pharmaceutical ads in the industry. Is digital marketing needed in every business? Now, see, it is not required in every business. Let's say if you fall into a trading community where you have a shop of your own, and you have like a set of brands that you sell. You don't need a digital marketing strategy, or you don't need to boost your online sales. What you can do is you can find an online platform which will help you get that sale basically. So digital marketing as such for your brand is not required. But for you, if there is an online platform that helps you sell your helps you sell your brands, then that is important for you. That would be important for you. The rest, digital marketing is required because that is the in thing. And looking at the future, digital marketing is going to be a very big thing actually. Okay. Which are good channels for selling financial services, products like mutual funds, insurance, loans, etc. See, now for selling oriented, a bombardment of display ads and Google ads would work. But I will suggest a social media campaign for your brand. You can actually play on the lines of content. Like in mutual funds or insurance loans, there are a lot of stories you can build around, and you can run specific set of campaigns on social media revolving that, and then be consistent on your other ads as well. After you have found out that this ad has worked for you, you can be consistent across the platforms. But I think social media is the one where you should try implementing. Let me check another question. After having education gap, am I able to get career in digital marketing? Of course, you can. You can upskill yourself. Uh, After having an education gap, you can upskill yourself with digital marketing techniques, tools. You can learn hands-on. If you have scope to learn, if you have good internet connection, you can start exploring online. What are the processes of digital marketing? See, I just gave a progression about what digital marketing is, how you have to do it. First is you need to find out whether it is required for you in the current scenario. Yes, it is required for you. And the next part is how you're going to do it. And the next part is with what channels you're going to do it, like what channels you're going to put into the play, and how you are going to craft campaigns around it is very important. So that is actually a process oriented concept for it. And what strategies we should use for telecom products manufacturing in digital era to attract customers? Telecom products manufacturing. See, the main strategy I would like to like, put for you over here is find out the benefits, the top two benefits of it, and start promoting that with the help of display ads or native ads that are there. Native ads are is a type of a display ad, but it doesn't look like an ad to the consumer. So that can be helpful for you over here. For example, if you're consuming a content, let's say you're reading an article on ClickBuzz and you get an ad in the middle, but you don't really think that that's an ad. You think it's a part of that website or a part of that article. So you just have a look and you click on it or you don't. So that is the native ad. So that would work for you. What my opinion is. Just a moment. For digital marketing, if after digital marketing company is well established and then they stopped their marketing on digital platform, how it affects their business? See, if they stop the activity on digital marketing front, they will lose that audience. Like what they have invested, like you build audience, you do sale online, you build a community. All that community will be lost. So I think that no brand should do it. Once you start digital marketing, you shouldn't stop it. You should consistently try and explore new things, but you should stay in the market. It is about digital marketing is about staying consistent. And, yes, there are a lot of questions coming in. Okay. Company like Audi and Ferrari, they never do. A company like Audi and Ferrari, they never do digital marketing. Still, the brand is famous. How? See, the brand Audi and Ferrari has been built over a period of time. See, it's like See, now giving you an example of Parle-G or Maggie would not help over here, but Audi and Ferrari are premium brands that have been created over a period of time. It has been a lot of you know lot of psychological impact on people as well, and how the brand has developed itself. So that brand, but Audi and Ferrari they have digital marketing presence. They have video ads that are only on YouTube. They're only running on YouTube. So the brands are active on these platforms, although they don't do a sale oriented ad because they don't need to do that because of the premiumness of the brand. Is TV ads more effective than digital marketing? I think TV ad give long term effect on consumer mind. But the main point I would like to add over here is how will you understand that the audience has watched the ad? What is the metric that you would use? I'll tell you what metric TV ad has. It has metrics like TRPs or GRPs. That is not a reliable source of like how much traffic has actually viewed your ad. You will only able to figure out like how many people have viewed your ad is on the actual sale. If the brand has not done any sale, then it all depends on only that one metric, that sale metric. But if digital marketing, if you put an ad, you understand how many people have seen it, how many people have engaged with that ad, and you get it is basically data driven. So digital marketing is actually 180-degree up, like polar opposite to what TV ads are or what TV and print media is. You don't get an actual metric of it. You don't know how to evaluate that performance. You just do that performance, but you don't know what you have done unless and until it results in sales. But in digital marketing, you get clarity for every communication that you're doing, that how it is performing. You get to optimize the performance as well. Whereas for TV ad, once you give, it's done. Once it's live, it's done. You have to make a separate ad for it. But for digital, you can actually make one big video and split into like a small set of ads that you can do. A lot of options are there in digital marketing. Just a minute, a lot of questions coming in. So, how can we how can we use digital marketing now these days in the best way? Like I said, you need to identify what channels are there for what channels are relevant for your brand, and accordingly you can identify. I'll give you an example again of the small time education startup. For you, the main channel for communication would be Facebook, LinkedIn, and these would be the main platforms. And you could run your ad on other platforms like display advertisements are there, social media ads separately you can run. But for you to promote your content or to showcase your content, there is one more platform, which is YouTube. You can actually give highlights of what you are going to offer to the students, or what in which way you are going to contribute in their success. So that is how you can work in digital space. You need to identify the purpose of the digital marketing channel so that you can craft your campaign accordingly. Can an individual alone can start business with the help of digital marketing? What should our strategy be to start with? Okay, yes, you can definitely start your business with the help of digital marketing. You need to identify your product. What is, like, you must have identified your product. Now, in which way you are going to connect this product to your audience? That is what is going to play a big role for you. Accordingly, you can choose the channels. Like I said, the purchase funnel, when you go through the purchase funnel, you will actually identify every phases, and which channels to incorporate, or what should be the marketing objective for every phase. You will decide on that, and then that will be a clear guide for you to how to craft campaigns around it. Shall we go for both FB and Instagram, or by paper advertisement. See now, if you go for a Facebook and Instagram ad, you are going to spend less, but you're going to know which kind of audience you have tapped. Paper advertisement, you can do it for a branding activity. I don't think you should specifically bank on it that now I've given a paper ad, I'm going to get a boom in sales. That doesn't happen usually for many brands. So I think cost-effective way is a better way ahead, because paper advertisement consumes a lot of money. Yes. On what basis are the customers charged if they want to promote their business on social media? See, if you want to promote your brand on social media, there are various types of campaigns that you can choose. One is the lead generation, one is the click to website, one is app downloads, app installs, one is a sale oriented. So the metrics that I gave you, somewhere like cost per lead would be the expense for your cost per 1000 impressions. It was CPM. So it depends on what kind of campaign you're running. If you're running a lead generation campaign, the cost per lead would be, you have to decide over there like what is the metric you want to be used, cost per click or cost per lead. So you have to figure out that, and that is how you are going to incur costs. Like, you need to understand what kind of reach you're going to get first, then you can craft it. Yes. Okay. Yes, there are a lot of questions. I'll take it on mail actually. These are a lot of questions. I'll answer you individually. Yes. So thank you all. It was pleasure interacting with you. Thank you so much for being a lovely audience.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah.